Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Tanvi Taneja, and with me is VC Pramod with the Midday News. The headlines. COVID-19 recovery rate crosses 72%. More than 3 crore tests conducted so far. Public transport resumes in Assam with 50% capacity amid coronavirus protocols. Supreme Court rejects to defer JEE and NEET exams. JEE exams to be held from 1st to 6th of September and NEET on September 13th. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone for 13 highway projects in Manipur worth 3,000 crore rupees. 2 CRPF soldiers and a policeman martyred in a terrorist attack in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. And general elections postponed in New Zealand by a month due to re-emergence of coronavirus cases, now to be held on 17th of October. The total number of COVID-19 cases in the country has risen to 26,47,664. The Health Ministry said there has been a spike of 57,982 cases and 941 deaths were reported in India in the last 24 hours. The number of active cases stand at 6,76,900. India has reported highest single-day recoveries of 57,584. The overall recovery rate from COVID-19 has crossed 72%. The recoveries surged to 19,19,842. The death toll due to coronavirus infection climbed to 50,921. The case fatality rate has declined to 1.92%. The Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, said it has so far tested 3,41,400 COVID-19 samples across India. Of these, 7,31,697 coronavirus tests were conducted yesterday alone.
In our series on Atmanirbhar Bharat, we bring you a special story on COVID care coaches of the Indian Railways. The Railways has converted 5,231 non-air-conditioned coaches into isolation coaches as COVID care centres in order to augment the bed capacities to deal with the COVID-19 situation. These COVID care centres can be used for very mild and mild cases of COVID-19. Railways has deployed a total of 960 COVID care coaches in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Madhya Pradesh. Out of these 960 COVID care coaches, 503 coaches have been deployed in Delhi, 20 in Andhra Pradesh, 60 in Telangana, 372 in Uttar Pradesh and 5 in Madhya Pradesh. Railways has also deployed 2 liaison officers for each location of these coaches to assist state government officials. Conversion of these coaches are part of the integrated COVID plan developed by the Health Ministry and Niti Aayog.
In West Bengal, ruling Trinamool Congress legislator Samaresh Das passed away due to coronavirus in Kolkata today. He was 76. Das was elected thrice in the State Assembly from Agra constituency of East Midnapur district. He took an important role in the functioning of cooperatives in the state. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has condoled his death. With this, 2 legislators of the ruling party have succumbed to the virus. In Assam, public transport services have resumed in the state with 50% capacity amid the COVID-19 protocols. A report.
Buses are plying in Guwahati and other districts with 50% passengers in Assam. Along with bus services, inter-district movement of people and passenger vehicles are also allowed between Monday to Friday. Previously, inter-district movement of people were allowed only on Monday and Tuesday. However, movement of individuals shall remain strictly prohibited between 9:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. The new guidelines will remain valid till 31st of this month. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
In Mizoram, 12 new COVID cases have been detected in the last 24 hours and 15 patients have recovered from the virus yesterday. With this, the total number of COVID-19 cases in the state has reached 789. According to official statement, so far 371 patients have been discharged after recovery and presently 418 patients are undergoing treatment. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has directed officials to ensure that huge gatherings are not allowed during the entrance and competitive examinations at various centres in the state. The Chief Minister was reviewing a meeting on COVID-19 in Lucknow yesterday. He said that more examination centres should be established if the need arises, and it must be ensured that all COVID-19 protocols are strictly adhered to at these centres. A report.
In view of enormously increasing corona cases, Chief Minister has asked officials to take special care in Lucknow and Kanpur Nagar. He directed to further increase COVID testings and maintain communication with the home isolated patient to take regular feedback about their condition. Chief Minister said there should be wide publicity of e-Sanjeevani services so that more and more people are benefited from online medical consultation. Reiterating that the protection is the only remedy till a vaccine for COVID is found, he stressed on to continue with the mass awareness campaign about COVID-19 protocol. Meanwhile, with 4,454 fresh cases of coronavirus detected in a day yesterday, the total number of COVID-19 cases in the state has reached 1,54,418. Positive side is that 4,201 people recovered yesterday, taking the number of discharge cases to 1,432 in the state. MS Yadav, Yaya News, Lucknow.
In news just in, the Bihar government has extended the lockdown in the state till 6th of September in the wake of COVID-19. The Supreme Court dismissed today a petition seeking the postponement of the National Eligibility cum Entrance Test (NEET) and Joint Entrance Exam (JEE) scheduled to be held amid the ongoing pandemic. The court went on to dismiss the plea, observing that the career of students cannot be put under jeopardy for long. The engineering entrance will be held as per schedule from September 1st to September 6th, while the medical entrance is slated for September 13th. A bench of Justices Arun Mishra, B.R. Gavai and Krishna Murari was hearing a petition seeking postponement of the NEET and JEE filed by 11 aspirants across various states. At the outset, Justice Mishra observed that life cannot be stopped and we have to move ahead with all safeguards.
In our CDs, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Director AIMS Delhi, Dr. Randeep Guleria, advised the people to aggressively follow social distancing and hand hygiene norms to check the spread of COVID-19 infection.
Regular hand washing should be done. You should avoid going to crowded places because if someone in the crowd is coughing and has the infection, he can spread to others in the crowded places. And if any member in your family has fever, cough, cold, he should stay at home and avoid going out so that he doesn't spread the infection to other people in the community.
Tamil Nadu government has decided to throw open the state-run liquor retail outlets within Chennai Corporation limits from tomorrow. They are currently barred in the state capital city limits due to the COVID-19-led restrictions. The shops have been kept open in other parts of the state since the 7th of May. Our correspondent reports Tamil Nadu Health Department has decided to introduce a post-COVID wellness clinic in Chennai.
It is being discussed hotly by physicians about the after effects of COVID-19. In many cases, the recovered patients report about other health issues that may be pre-existing or emerged after the COVID-19 recovery. To have a follow-up on such cases, the Tamil Nadu Health Department has decided to introduce a post-COVID wellness clinic in Chennai and Madurai, as informed by the State Principal Secretary Health, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan. Talking to reporters in Madurai yesterday, he said the recovered patients would be screened on the 7th, 14th and the 28th day after their recovery to see if they have any other complications and to provide treatment wherever required. This may also help in a better understanding of the after effects of the viral infection so that a clear perspective on the pandemic could be evolved. Jay Singh, AR News, Chennai.
Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today said the pandemic peril has proved to be a positive period of care, commitment and confidence for Indians, flagging off the mobile clinic given under the National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation, NMDFC, to be a hospital in Delhi. The minister said compassion and commitment of Indians has set an example for the entire humanity across the world. The mobile clinic is equipped with emergency multi-para monitor, oxygen facility and auto-loading stretcher, which are essential and life-saving facilities for any emergency patient. Mr. Naqvi said 1,500 healthcare assistants trained under the Skill Development Program of the Minority Affairs Ministry are assisting in treatment of corona patients. He also informed 16 Hajj houses across the country have been given to state governments for quarantine and isolation facilities for corona-affected people. He said the strong will of the government during the pandemic has resulted in India speedily becoming self-reliant in the health sector. Our correspondent reports the mobile clinic will provide latest health facilities to poor and weaker sections.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today emphasized that research at IITs and other higher education institutions must be relevant to society and focus on finding solutions to various problems faced by mankind, from climate change to health issues.
The IITs across the country have taken up several projects relating to COVID-19, including development of low-cost ventilators, PPEs, testing kits, apart from artificial intelligence studies on epidemic patterns and disease dynamics. While finding answers to various challenges posed by COVID-19, we should be better prepared to tackle any future pandemic. For that to happen, there should be greater collaboration and synergy between experts from different domains. The research at IITs and other higher education institutions must be relevant to society.
Inaugurating the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of Delhi IIT through video conference, the Vice President said Indian institutions will be counted among the world's best only when they start impacting the societies around them by developing optimal and sustainable solutions to the problems faced by the nation. Calling for greater investment in research and development projects which focus on finding solutions to societal problems, the Vice President urged the private sector to collaborate with the academia in identifying such projects and funding them liberally. He asked the higher education institutions not to work in silos and form a symbiotic relationship with the industry to develop cutting-edge technology. He said the industry experts in various areas should act as mentors in guiding researchers. He added that this type of collaboration will help in fast-tracking projects and producing quicker results. Mr. Naidu expressed happiness that the new education policy will seek to promote India as a global study destination.
I'm happy to note that the new education policy seeks to promote India as a global study destination, providing premium education at affordable cost, thereby helping to restore its role as Vishwaguru. The move to facilitate selected universities from among the top 100 universities in the world to operate in India will also help in promoting excellence in education.
Lauding IIT Delhi for emerging as a leader in the entrepreneurship space, Vice President said institutions such as IIT Delhi are producing job providers rather than job seekers and becoming trendsetters for other institutions in the country. On this occasion, the Vice President also released the Diamond Jubilee logo and IIT Delhi 2030 strategy document. Education Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, Director of IIT Delhi Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao and others were present on the occasion.
Information and Broadcasting Secretary Amit Khare has urged Indian Institute of Mass Communication IIMC to create a network of state universities in the field of mass communication and design a new and flexible curriculum that incorporates the new realities of technology-enabled communication. Delivering a lecture on new education policy on the occasion of 56th Foundation Day of IIMC today through video conferencing, Mr. Khare said open online courses are the need of the hour. He said the new education policy has focused from learning and relearning, developing critical thinking, promoting research, as well as making students a job creator instead of job seekers. He said it is the policies for transforming both school and higher education. The Secretary added that the new education policy reflects the vision of the Prime Minister to foster education that creates citizens grounded in Indian values while having a global outlook.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. COVID-19 recovery rate crosses 72%. More than 3 crore tests conducted so far. Bihar government extends lockdown in the state till the 6th of September due to COVID-19 pandemic. Supreme Court rejects to defer JEE and NEET exams. JEE exams to be held from the 1st to the 6th of September and NEET on September 13th. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone for 13 highway projects in Manipur worth 3,000 crore rupees. 2 CRP soldiers and a policeman martyred in a terrorist attack in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. General elections postponed in New Zealand by a month due to re-emergence of coronavirus cases, now to be held on the 17th of October. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
Union Road and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari laid the foundation stone for 13 highway projects in Manipur through video conferencing this morning. He also inaugurated a road safety project in the state during the event. Under the Highways project, over 3,000 crore rupees will be spent for development of 316 kilometers roads in the state. Union Donor Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways, General Retired V.K. Singh, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, his cabinet colleague, MPs and senior officers of both centre and the state government were also present on the occasion. Speaking at the virtual function, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari said that the Prime Minister has instructed to take up development projects in the northeastern region. He said that the government is committed to develop the state.
बराक रिवर का जो हमने ड्रेजिंग पूरा किया है उसका उपयोग करके जहां से हम लोग एक छोटा रिवर पोर्ट बनाकर करीब 50-60 किलोमीटर इम्फाल में आ सकते हैं कि हमारा माल वहां से डायरेक्ट इम्फाल तक पहुंचे। विशेष रूप से बराक रिवर, उसका पोर्ट और उसके साथ डायरेक्ट कनेक्टिविटी, हमारे यहां से डायरेक्ट अगर माल उसमें जाएगा तो मणिपुर का विकास काफी होगा।
Apart from today's project, more projects will be taken up in Manipur in future. 4-lane roads from Kohima to Imphal will be taken up with the estimated cost of 2,663 crore rupees very soon. Moreover, other road projects will be taken up in the state for better connectivity to improve the socio-economic condition of the people. He also spoke about granting permission to ethanol-based two-wheelers.
इलेक्ट्रिक पर चलने वाली बाइक और इथेनॉल पर चलने वाली बाइक को अभी हमने टू व्हीलर टैक्सी के रूप में मान्यता दी है। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को हमने गाइडलाइन भेजी है। आप अगर मणिपुर में एक ही व्यक्ति को कोई एयरपोर्ट जाना है, स्टेशन जाना है, कहीं जाना है तो मीटर होगा। ओला उबर जैसा एक प्लेटफॉर्म होगा। घर से फोन करेंगे, तुरंत आपके घर के सामने टू व्हीलर आएगी, मीटर ऑन होगा, आपको भी हेलमेट पहनाएंगे और वो बैठकर आपको छोड़ देंगे और आपको थ्री व्हीलर की तुलना में कम पैसे में जाने का मौका मिलेगा।
Expressing concern about the slow progress on land requisition of road project in Manipur, the Union Minister requested the Chief Minister of Manipur to expedite the process on land requisition, which have become major hurdles in implementing road projects in Manipur from the past many years. If this hurdle is solved timely, all the projects could be finished at the given time. He also instructed the Chief Minister to timely submit the utilization certificate for every project to the Ministry for timely sanction of the fund. He also said the state government of the northeastern region should explore alternative fuels of petrol and diesel to make the environment free from pollution. The central government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is ready to extend any kind of help to the northeastern states for better future. Under the new Highways project, National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited and Manipur State Public Works Department will carry out development of roads in the state. It will include 4-laning of some sections of Imphal to Murray Road, which is the major road connecting Southeast Asian countries.
Environment Minister Prakash Zavadekar has said that his ministry will launch a holistic project Dolphin in another 15 days for the conservation and protection of dolphins in the rivers and in oceans of the country. Addressing a virtual meeting with forest ministers of all states and union territories, secretaries and other senior officials, Mr. Zavadekar said in his Independence Day speech, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced the Project Dolphin and Project Lion.
प्रधानमंत्री ने इस बार एनवायरमेंट के बारे में बोला। उन्होंने 2 नए प्रोजेक्ट्स की घोषणा की, प्रोजेक्ट डॉल्फिन और प्रोजेक्ट लायन। आज हमारे रिवर सिस्टम में 3000 से ज्यादा डॉल्फिन है और हमारे 12 राज्यों में जो सागर किनारा है उसमें भी डॉल्फिन्स मिलते हैं। हम आने वाले 15 दिन में उसकी पूरी रूपरेखा तैयार करेंगे, टाइमलाइन तैयार करेंगे। तो डॉल्फिन संरक्षण और संवर्धन करने का कार्यक्रम हम 15 दिन में सुनिश्चित करके सबके सामने रखेंगे।
He said the lion population in the country has increased to over 600. Mr. Zavadekar urged states to use 80% of Compensatory Afforestation Fund, Management and Planning Authority, CAMPA Fund, in plantation activities and 20% on capacity building and infrastructure creation. The minister said Finance Commission has increased the weightage on forest to 10%. He said states should increase their forest budget. He also stressed on creation of urban forests, restoration of water bodies and creation of artificial ponds. Mr. Zavadekar also spoke about fodder and water augmentation program in forest areas to reduce incidents of man-animal conflict. Ladakh National Cadet Corps NCC is all set to upgrade from a company to a major unit. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has cleared the decks for a major expansion of NCC in 173 border and coastal districts. Upgradation of Ladakh NCC company as major unit will impact the training to the cadets in the border areas. Army will provide necessary training and administrative support to the NCC. Army would introduce discipline in the lifestyle, exposure to the youth to motivate them to join the armed forces like Army, Navy or the Air Force. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Ladakh NCC has proposed for an allocation of 920 additional senior division and senior wing vacancies and 800 junior level vacancies. At present, Ladakh NCC has 200 senior division, senior wing and 1200 junior level cadets. When the additional allocations are also affected, Ladakh NCC will have a strong 1120 senior level and 2000 junior level strength in the region. At present, in Leh district, expansion is proposed in 11 educational institutes including 8 government higher secondary schools, EJM College, Kendriya Vidyalaya, CIBS as well as Khalsi Higher Secondary School. Similarly, in Kargil district, 2 government higher secondary schools, Kargil Degree College, Motahari Public School. Government Ashram Higher Secondary School will have NCC. In addition to it, Government Higher Secondary School in Kargil, Chanigund, Suru Valley Public School, Jafaria Academy of Modern School also proposed to the list. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
High-speed mobile internet services have been restored on a trial basis in 2 districts of Jammu and Kashmir. The high-speed mobile data services were restored in Ganderbal district of Kashmir and Udhampur district of Jammu region last night. An order to this effect was issued by Jammu and Kashmir Home Department yesterday. This order will remain valid till September 8th. The order said that high-speed internet will be provided to post-paid subscribers, while prepaid customers will be able to enjoy the benefit of the services only after completing the verification process. 2 CRPF soldiers and a policeman were martyred in a terrorist attack in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir today. The attack took place this morning when the terrorists fired upon a joint Naka party of Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Central Reserve Police Force near Creary area in the district. Security forces have cordoned off the area and a massive manhunt has been launched to nab the terrorists. More details are awaited.
The state-of-the-art quality control laboratory for seafood export is set up at Porbandar in Gujarat. Marine Products Export Development Authority, MPDA, has opened a quality control laboratory in the coastal city of Porbandar, facilitating tests for seafood processors and exporters. The state-of-art laboratory, inaugurated by MPDA Chairman K.S. Srinivas, will help to confirm product safety as per international regulatory requirements. MPDA is a coordinating agency under the Union Ministry of Commerce for central and state-level establishments engaged in fishery, production and allied activities. A meeting headed by Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa and Home Minister Basavaraja Bommai in Bengaluru today has decided to approach the High Court. It is for the appointment of Claim Commissioner for the purpose of assessment of damages caused to private and public properties by rioters in the recent Bengaluru violence. The decision was also taken to recover damages from the culprits according to the directions of the Supreme Court in this regard. Chief Minister had asked officials to initiate stringent action against the perpetrators of violence in DG Halli and KG Halli.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today greeted people on the start of the Malayalam calendar's month of Chingam. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said, "As the month of Chingam commences, my greetings to everyone, especially my Malayali sisters and brothers." He prayed that the coming year brings with it success, good health and prosperity for all. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has postponed the country's general elections by a month after the re-emergence of coronavirus cases in the country last week. The vote was due to take place on 19th of September, but will now be held on 17th of October instead. At a live-streamed media conference today, Ms. Ardern said that the new date would allow parties to plan around the range of circumstances they will be campaigning under. Earlier this week, the country's largest city went back into lockdown.
Back home, while the whole of Maharashtra is already reeling under heavy to very heavy rainfall in the past 3-4 days, the Indian Met Department has issued fresh red alert of extremely heavy rainfall at isolated places in Pune and Satara districts. The forecast also predicted heavy rainfall at isolated places in Mumbai, Raigad and Palghar. Major dams in the state, Koyna Dam is already 86% full, with over 50,000 cusecs water have been released in downstream Koyna River. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
Following incessant rains, 94 check dams on Panchganga River in Kolhapur district in western Maharashtra are submerged under water, while Krishna River at Sangli is flowing close to danger mark. Over 7,000 cusecs water has been released from Radhanagri Dam in Kolhapur district so far. The water has entered nearby villages, flooding roads and houses. The Porlakota River in Vidarbha's Gadchiroli district is flooded, cutting around 100 villages from the mainland. Several parts of northern Maharashtra too, like Nanded and Dhule district, are facing waterlogging and traffic disruptions. Since most dams across state have received good rainfall in catchment areas, the water level at all dams has gone up considerably. Sonali Ghadiyar Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Telangana, incessant rains continue to lash several parts of the state, flooding many low-lying areas in several districts. River Godavari is flowing much above the danger level at 60.2 feet at Bhadrachalam at 11 a.m. this morning. The danger level is at 53 feet at the temple town. Our correspondent has more details in this report.
Continuous downpour at many places across Telangana, especially in north and eastern districts of the state, affected dozens of municipalities and thousands of villages. A number of residential colonies in municipal areas have been marooned due to urban flooding, and crops in thousands of hectares inundated. Especially in Mulugu and Warangal districts, several houses damaged and thousands of people, especially from low-lying areas, have been evacuated. Disaster management teams from Hyderabad are undertaking rescue and relief operations in Warangal. Road connectivity has been snapped to several villages in Khammam, Kottagudem, Mulugu and Asifabad districts due to overflowing streams. The state government has put local authorities in all districts on alert and directed for round-the-clock monitoring of relief works. Meanwhile, the IMD has issued orange warning of heavy rains for next 2 days, especially in north and east Telangana districts. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Now, let us take a look at today's weather update. In the national capital, Delhi, minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature is expected to be around 36 degrees, with a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. The minimum temperature was 27 and maximum will be around 30. Chennai will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature was 26 and the maximum temperature is expected at 32 degrees. Kolkata will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature in the metropolis was 27, while maximum will be around 33.
On to the north, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 26 in Jammu, while maximum will be around 35. The city will have thunderstorm with rain. In Srinagar, the mainly clear sky will become partly cloudy towards evening or night. Ladakh will have a clear sky. The temperature will hover between 20 and 32. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature was 20 and maximum will be around 40 degrees with a mainly clear sky. Muzaffarabad will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The minimum temperature was 23 and maximum is expected to be around 36 degrees.
And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. COVID-19 recovery rate crosses 72%. More than 3 crore tests conducted so far. Bihar government extends lockdown in the urban areas of the state till 6th of September due to COVID-19 pandemic. Supreme Court rejects to defer JEE and NEET exams. JEE exams to be held from 1st to 6th of September, NEET on September 13th. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari lays foundation stone for 13 highway projects in Manipur worth 3,000 crore rupees. 2 CRPF soldiers and a policeman martyred in a terrorist attack in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. And general elections postponed in New Zealand by a month due to the re-emergence of coronavirus cases, now to be held on 17th of October. And with that, we end the midday news.